Minutes to discuss growth of Africa with us from her perspective. And she's going to be doing that via a presentation. So please, let's give her a round of applause as she comes on stage.
Temitope Ruth Jacob is a highly accomplished branding and marketing strategist, serving as the founder and diverse industries such as fashion, technology, real estate, and healthcare. She is renowned for her ability to build strong proficiency, robust brand initiatives that consistently help and achieve sustainable growth. Over holds an MSc in marketing from the London School of Business Branding, Marketing, and Purpose-Driven Leadership. Temitope Ruth Jacob is not just building brands, she's shaping how Africa's businesses grow, show up, and succeed. With clear messaging, strategic thinking, and a passion for impact, she helps organizations rise above the noise and unlock their full potential. Dear elevated minds, please make welcome Temitope Ruth Jacob to the International Conscious Conference 2025.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. Thank you. I'm truly excited to be here, and I'm excited we are passionate about elevating Africa. So, my name is Temitope, you've heard. I'm CEO Elegance Inspired Limited, a corporate branding company. And my mission is simple, is to shape how African brands show up, grow, and succeed. And I'm truly excited to be here. Thank you so much, Mr. Femi Jubal, for this wonderful opportunity. I'm putting together such a phenomenal event. So, Africa is more than we have been told, all right? Africa's story is more than what has been projected out there, okay? We are oftentimes associated with poverty. We are oftentimes associated with hunger. We are oftentimes associated with crime. We are oftentimes with a company, we're full of innovation. I mean, Nigeria is known as the giant of Africa. And, a round of applause. We had one or two glitches. So I'm speaking on the topic rebranding Africa. What must we do to rebrand Africa? How can we achieve a new brand image for Africa? I don't know if you know that Africa is known as the cradle of mankind. How many of us know that? That you trace it back, humankind was known to start from Africa. I mean, when I was doing my research, when I started all the work I was doing in Africa, I was so amazed that mankind in general was traced back to Africa. Super excited, and it's an amazing thing to know. So, my goal today is to shift your view, your perspective on what Africa is. The stereotypes frequently associated with us is not of a good one, all right? So Africa is made up of 54 countries, each with its own strengths, cultures, and economies. Today we see a continent full of innovation, energy, and growing people. Very, very important. I know that a lot of people have misrepresented us globally. People are scamming people online. People are doing a whole lot of stuff to defame our country. But it's our responsibilities, it's our civic duty and our duty to our country to be ambassadors of Africa and Nigeria as well. Okay, so how we show up, how we do things in the marketplace, how we deliver is going to help shape a new perspective of what Africa is and what we have to offer. So why rebrand Africa now? So we need to rebrand Africa because we need to shift the perspective of how people perceive Africa. Remember, branding is perception, okay? Branding is how people see you. So it's the perception. So we are looking at Africa as a continent. How can we rebrand it? So why do we want to rebrand it? So here is why rebranding matters. Number one is for a stronger economy. So a better image brings in investors, VCs, and people to invest in Africa, boost our trade economy, and help local businesses grow. Okay, so number one is a strong economy. Number two is to retain our talents. And number three is to boost tourism. So when people know that they are safe when they come to Africa, oftentimes when people go online, all they see is, oh, they'll kidnap you if you go to Africa. So you see white men moving all around with military guys, just to keep them safe. But that's not what it is. You can actually move freely. We're not seeing people with guns on the streets. I have a friend who's lived better part of his life in America, and he told me there are cockroaches in America. There's trash on the streets. Yes, there's trash on the streets of America. You see people begging on the road, but you don't see America and Americans project that online, even offline. But you see in Nigeria, there's a small flood in we are taking passenger. Please know, shape that country as well, and in the continent as all these guys doing it was working. Let's shape the narrative that Africa is a bad place, Africa isn't working. Instead, let's do something. You're complaining that there are no jobs. What are you doing as a person to create employment? People are in poverty. So what would you do to create jobs and bring people out of poverty? So I think we should be more solution-oriented than projecting the things that are not working in our country. And it's not everything that's about the government. We are the people, all right? So we said democracy is people, for the people, by the people, all right? So it's us. Go again. Sorry, you can't see my slides. Number one, stronger economy. Number two, to retain our talents. Number three, to boost tourism. I've met them and they'll be like, Abuja is so beautiful. Lagos, the view is incredibly great. Okay? They love our culture by Africans. So it begins with us. Okay? We must own, create, and amplify our own narrative. Okay? This is not something that someone would do for us. Okay? We need to be the ones to show up and say, our country is beautiful. Our continent is great. Tech giants are rising from Africa. Innovations are spilling all over everywhere across different sectors. Everything boosting Africa's economy. Okay, so this initiative, Rebranding Africa, please note that it needs to be led by us, Africans. Okay? And number two is that it needs to be rooted in truth. Now, there's a controversy around that because we know that some things are not working. There's no doubt about that. But can we leave the things that are not working and focus on the positivity? Let's project Africa as a country, or as a continent, that is growing, has robust economy in view. Things are happening in Africa. So let's display that truth. Let's say that truth out. So the rebrand must be based on real data, facts, and authentic stories. Now, there are people, you won't hear people like Dangote come and say we are poor. A few days ago, I went online on Instagram and someone was saying Nigerians are poor. So he's saying Nigerians are poor, but what are you doing about it to bring them out of poverty? Okay, that's what is important. Okay, so you don't hear people like Dangote come and say we are poor. We are not. Thank you. We are not. Okay, we are rich in culture, we are rich in diversity, we are rich in innovation, creativity. I mean, there was a time that it was till today. Can you see that? So it says that doctors in the world, things like that. So let's help shape that narrative. So let's celebrate our wins instead of our losses, okay? And that will help us craft a compelling continental identity. Remember, I said at the beginning that we are the ones to lead this change. We are the ones who will shape this narrative to the world. So it's important that we do that. Let's not speak down on our country. Let's not speak down on our continent, okay? We know that some things are not working, but please, let's focus on the positivity. And then the fourth step in this earlier, creativity, the tech, all around different industries. So let's look to the future. Let's keep building the future. So, so I have, sorry, you can't see my slide. I wish you could. The new brand of Africa. Okay, so the new one, fintech, agri-tech, Africa is home to numerous smart and practical solutions. Very, very key for us to note. We have a huge cultural impact. I mean, people love Afrobeats all around the world. Davido is going around the world. Burna Boys, they are closing down stadiums. They are shutting down O2 Arena. People love our music. People love our culture. So let's keep projecting that instead of saying, oh, we are full of scam. Is to be young and energetic, all right? So Africa has the youngest population of people in the world, and it's a strength. And we should be resilient and resourceful. So while challenges exist, we still have to be strong. That's what I'm trying to say to you. While challenges persist, we need to retain our strongness. First step is to share one story together. So we need to come together and shape the narrative, okay? Next step is to use digital tools. So social media is not for Nigerians alone. It's a global place. So you don't come up there and say things like, oh, the secondary school I went to was like a prison yard. Okay? Say things like, oh, Lagos is filled with slums. You know, so they are beautiful places in Africa. So another way we should be empower ambassadors. So we need to support African artists, athletes, and entrepreneurs to be the face of the brand, and then protect the rights with partnerships. Very, very important. So another perspective, documentaries, and all they show is the slums, people drinking water from the gutter, you know, all those kinds of things. So we shouldn't project that. Why are we not showcasing Ikoyi? Why are we not showcasing Maitama? Why are we not showcasing the things that are beautiful, the things that work, the parts of the countries when I listen to CNN and, you know, those documentaries, so sad. I'll be like, this place is in Nigeria. Are you sure? Because all they show is people drinking water, literally from the gutter. Yeah, so it is true, but what we're saying is, why are people taking that narrative to the world? They are shaping our narrative that we are poor, we lack water, we lack infrastructure, we lack all those things. I mean, there are skyscrapers everywhere in Ikoyi, there are skyscrapers everywhere in Abuja, but people would decide to take the slum part and show it to the world that this is Africa. Yeah. All right. So, as global citizens, we need to amplify our voice and support the African brands. And for me, so I'm a corporate branding strategist as well. So I would plead to every Nigerian in the marketplace, please show up authentic. Show up delivering your products and services with great customer service, because this is how people will see us. For instance, if I sell fish or something and I export it out of the country, I put it online that I'm selling this, and people pay me for it and they don't get value for their money. That has tarnished our reputation. That American person or someone abroad will say, this is how Nigerians are. So my plea to us is, as people, as Nigerians and as Africans in the marketplace, we need to show up correct, we need to show up authentic and deliver exceptionally. Very, very important, because that's the only way we can protect our reputation. If you don't deliver well, if you don't do things the right way, people will generalize it and say, this is how Africans are. So it's very important. So rebranding Africa is not about image. It's about changing mindsets and building a better future that reflects who we truly are. Okay, thank you so very much.
Please give her a resounding round of applause. I think she did justice to the subject of rebranding, because it starts with our personal consciousness. Until you agree that Africa is good, Africa is our home, Africa is blessed, Africa is great, nobody can come and change that narrative, because what you believe, what you keep saying to yourself is what you believe, and then that's what manifests. in that realm. So I think it starts with rebranding, and that has to do with personal consciousness. So I think she did justice to that topic, even though her time was limited. So very quickly, we're going to be running into African and the real estate. I'm going to be calling on the next keynote speaker, which is Adedeji Abiodun, to do justice to African and the real estate market. Please give him a round of applause as he comes on stage.
A lot has been said and a lot has been heard. But before I proceed to my speech here, I want us to relax ourselves because we've consumed a lot today and all is happening here is energy. We are releasing energy. We are releasing energy on how to elevate Africa to what we desire. So I want us to relax. This is home. We are all family. We are one Africa. Are we together? All right. Thank you very much. My name is Adedeji Abiodun, and I'm the Group CEO of Future Living Africa. Today, I'll be speaking about African and the real estate market. But before I go in, I want to clarify on two things. It's either I speak here to support our ego, or I speak here to crush our ego. If I'm speaking here to support our ego, it simply means that I will not be saying anything to change Africa. But for us to elevate Africa, we have to crush our ego. We are all in together, and we are here to do what? To elevate Africa. All right, real estate is a very big market. We all know that. And then it's one of the very important aspects of our life. It's a very important aspect of our life. I know a lot of people don't know